Graham. I just wanted to ask you about the team news. Who's available for this match? Who's fit? And you know, with Edouard Mendy, could he come back in if he is fit, or would you stick with Kerr as maybe the number one from now on?
Well, Eddie's been training with the team the last few days, so he's made good progress. So he'll be in the squad, which is great news for us. It's really important to have as much competition for places as we can. So great to have him back. Georgie felt a little bit of discomfort in his abdominal area against Crystal Palace, but has trained today, so we'll see how he reacts to that. Take a decision later on today. Kai had a slight feeling as well, but again, trained today. So apart from that, we're all okay. NG's training more and more, not fully, but getting closer, so that's really positive. So that's about it, I think.
Okay, Moose at the front here. Can round the side. That's it, and just at the front. Thank you.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
You said before the Salzburg game you'd never even been to a Champions League match. Well, this is perhaps, with respect to Salzburg, a step up in terms of glamour with AC Milan. What are you expecting differently tomorrow night from your opening night in the Champions League?
Well, we're playing against a different team, a different way of playing. So an absolute top team as well, as were Salzburg in terms of how competitive they were. So every game is different, every football match is different, but we're looking forward to the game. It's a massive challenge for us, an exciting challenge for us, one that the boys are really looking forward to, and we have to be really, really good to get the result we want.
Important to win home games in the Champions League. I'm not saying is this a must-win home game in the Champions League, but I mean it's one that you really could do with getting 3 points from.
Well, that's what we try for, definitely. I think everybody will say the same thing. Important to win your home games, important to win if you can, but we're playing against, like I said, a top opponent, so we have to play well. We have to create a good atmosphere for our supporters to get behind us. So that's the job. We are, as I said, we're looking forward to it.
Nick Pule.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
I know you don't talk about other teams' players, and I'm not asking you to do that, but the new owners are obviously clearly very busy in terms of, I guess, short, medium and long-term planning for the squad, and obviously a lot of things off the field as well, but also squad kind of building in depth. I mean, from your perspective and as a new group of coaches, that must be, was that important in your part of your thinking in terms of taking the job, but, and also is it important now because it just seems that what the new owners are doing, they're keen to make a lot of progress quite quickly, and that must be a good thing for you to be aware of at least.
Yeah, I mean, the guys are ambitious, that's for sure, and they want to develop the club, they want to develop the team, as we all do. I think I always remember, I never forget that my job as a head coach, which is to develop the players that are here, and then to work with the club to align the resources we have to make good decisions when transfer windows open. But predominantly my job is to help the players that are here, and that's what we've been doing. You know, we haven't seen them that much, but the last few days has been really positive, I think, and you know, I need to focus on that, helping the guys that are here.
Jeremy Langdon.
Yeah, hi Graham.
Hi.
Just following on from that, there's a lot of talk about Christopher Nkunku on his way to Chelsea next season from RB Leipzig. Is there anything you could say to that?
No, as I said before, and you know, Jeremy, my answer is I don't speak about players that aren't Chelsea players. If you want to ask about any Chelsea players, I'm quite happy to speak about them, but it was the same at Brighton. You get linked to a lot of players, and there's a lot of names out there, and you can imagine it gets escalated when you're a club like Chelsea. But yeah, I'll speak about Chelsea players and not comment on anybody else.
So just on one of them, Conor Gallagher's made a great case for starting, hasn't he, against Milan?
He has, yeah, he had a fantastic impact. The impact that we want our substitutes to have. As I said after the game, he's been a top, you know, as a top person, great in the group, and he's fighting to play. So that's great for me.
Tom Voddy.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
You said about Kante being back and training more and more, and that being a big positive. He's obviously been out for a while again with injuries, and in January, because of his contract situation, he can sign or speak to other clubs. Just wondered where you sat on his future, whether you wanted to see him, I don't think we've spoken about it yet, whether you want to see him staying at Chelsea for the long term?
Well, my focus at the moment is to help him rehabilitate in a good way so that he's available for us, he's available on the pitch, because when he's on the pitch he's a huge asset for us. The other stuff is between is between the club and him, but my focus is to help him get fit, get him enjoying his football, because as I said, there's not many players in world football like NG. So the quicker he's back for us, the better. So that's where I leave my focus.
Gentleman there.
Hi, Graham.
Hello.
Guillermo Rai for Diario AS. We are talking about signings. I know that you don't speak about other players from another teams, but now the news about Cristiano are coming out again, and I would want to know, if you had the chance, would you sign him?
Again, we can spend all day asking these questions, and I'm not going to speak about anybody else. I mean, out of the greatest respect for the person you mention and anybody else that anybody else mentions. Whilst they're not our players, I don't speak about them.
Matt Law.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
A couple, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Just to go back to Nizar's point on the goalkeepers, will you at some stage decide that one is a number one? Because we've always had a bit of a juggling act with Kerr and Edouard, and at some stage, will you want one to be a clear number one?
Well, I think if you look at what we got over the next, is it 6 weeks? It's an incredible schedule. So I'm in no rush to label anybody one or two or anything like that. Firstly, I want to help Kerr enjoy his football and play at a really good level, which I think he did against Crystal Palace. And then I want to help Eddie get fit and ready to play, which he's done really well so far. And then we've got two goalkeepers, and then in an ideal world you want football to decide, but we've got two ones that we really believe in, and that's a good situation for us.
And then just secondly, we're going to speak to Kalidou in a second. He hasn't played a minute for you yet, and obviously arrived in the summer. How do you sort of assess him in his situation at the moment?
I think he's well, firstly, I've been really impressed with him as a person. He's honest. He understands his situation in terms of he's had to wait a little bit to play, which every player will say they're not so happy with, but it's how you respond. His response has been fantastic, very hard working, very honest, trained really well. I think he's come from a club and a country where he was very familiar with and comfortable in, and making a step into the Premier League is not so easy. Things have happened in terms of changes at the club, so it's not the perfect situation for him. But he's a top player and he's a top person, so with that character, he'll play an important role for us, that's for sure.
John Southall.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
What did you learn from that first Champions League game? Is it a different ball game to your normal domestic match? What did you take from that and learn from that?
Yeah, I think there is a difference. I mean, I've only had 2 games, so that's how strange it is in terms of the time that I've been here. I enjoyed it. It's as I'd expect. It's a real challenge if you drop your level. Sometimes you can get away with it, but against the very best teams, and these teams are, then they can punish you, and that's what you'd expect. That's what's exciting about the competition, I think.
Just one other on N'Golo Kante. You're having to be careful the way you bring him back. He's had so many injuries recently that you don't rush him back too soon.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just a case of building him up, and then it won't be a case of now he's fit and now he can play 90 minutes every 3 days. We have to be careful with how we build his minutes up. That's the next challenge. It's okay rehabilitating. Now it's game time, and how do you get game time in the Premier League? Bit by bit, I think. So we have to be patient with him, but we're under control with that, I think, and we'll do our best.
Jacob Steinberg.
In terms of N'Golo, you've seen the positive impact that he can have on the side when he's fit and on form. And previous managers have had maybe a bit of an issue in terms of the midfield when he's not there. I mean, you went for a back four the first time on the weekend against Crystal Palace. How did you feel that worked without him? Do you think it's something that can work without N'Golo playing because of the energy and the tackling ability and everything that he brings?
Well, as I said, I mean, it's hard to replace someone like NG. He's a world-class player. So any team that loses him is going to suffer a little bit. That's for sure, but it's up to the other players to take the step up and to find the solutions. We've got a lot of games coming up, limited time on the training pitch, so from a working perspective isn't so straightforward. But if I look at the options that we've got, even though there's not a direct replacement, there are other solutions in there, so we have to find the right one.
Okay, gentleman there.
Hello. There's an ongoing debate in Italy now running about Rafael Leao. Antonio Cassano, former national team player, said he's just a normal player. He couldn't make the difference in Premier League and at top level. Other people in Italy are thinking he's just the best player playing in Italy right now. What do you think? Will he be ready to make the difference here in Premier League, or is not enough good still to do it? Thank you.
I've been really impressed with him whenever I've watched the games. He's making a difference for AC Milan. He contributes to how they attack, how they score. So it's just to say congratulations to him for that. He's a top player. In terms of what happens in the future, who knows whether he can do this or not. He's got the capability, that's for sure. From when I'm seeing him, he's affecting games at the highest level against top opponents.
Okay, we've got time for two more. James, Ollie, and then over there. James.
Hi, Graham. Aubameyang scored his first goal at the weekend. And you said after that game that he'd had quite a traumatic summer. And I just wondered what you sort of said to help him through that, and whether the fact that he's got off the mark now will sort of help him kick on and sort of put all that behind him.
Well, I think it's just to acknowledge it and chat to him briefly about it, but you can imagine it's one of those things that you have to just move on from as quickly as you can, and it's we're here to support and do all we can in that regard. But I think the best thing for him is to play football, to put that incident behind him as quickly as possible, and to be in a place where he feels comfortable and happy. And from what I've seen, I think he feels that here. He's acted really, really professionally. He's always happy around the football club, with the group, with his teammates. So I've been really impressed with him.
Do you think mentally he did find it difficult initially?
Well, I think he wouldn't be human if he didn't. I mean, it's fairly horrific, to be honest. So without being a total psychologist, I think it's a fair thing to assume. But like I said, I can only act in terms of think about how he behaves and how he conducted himself with us, and he's been perfect. So, but at the same time, he's still talking about something that isn't particularly nice, certainly when the family are concerned. But he's been brilliant with us.
Thank you.
Okay, last question.
Hi.
Only a question. What do you think about Milan and Olivier Giroud? Is a young player for us, for Milan.
I've been really impressed. A clear idea of how they want to attack, a clear idea of how they want to defend, different ways to score. Giroud is obviously someone that Chelsea Football Club know very well. He's a fantastic player, plays the game in a really good way, I think, uses his quality, uses his strengths. Is an important player for AC Milan, and I'm looking forward to playing the game. It's a top team, and we have to be really, really good to get the result that we want.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you, everybody.
Good, thank you.
Olivier Giroud comes back here tomorrow with AC Milan, someone you'd have played against in Serie A. What sort of striker is he since he left Chelsea, in terms of his ability, in terms of how dangerous a player he is?
Yeah, it's true that Giroud is a big player. He showed it in the Serie A last year. he scored a lot of goals. I think also in Chelsea he used to score a lot of goals. Last year, I think he made a good work with the win of the Scudetto of AC Milan. So I think that he's a dangerous striker. We have to always to be aware of him because he can score at every time. So we know that we will have a tough game tomorrow for the defenders. But I think that we are ready. We will be ready for this game to win this game because it's the most important tomorrow is that he don't score and that Chelsea win.
You haven't played yet for the new manager. The manager before who signed you, obviously, Graham Potter has replaced him. How much are you desperate to get on the pitch tomorrow against opposition you know to show the new manager exactly what you can do?
Yeah, it's true that I didn't play yet with the new manager, but I'm just easy. I know that my time will come. We have a lot of games. I give everything at the training. I'm a big worker. When I don't play, I like to put all my energy on the work. So for the moment, I'm working good. I'm trying to give my best at the training to show him that he can use me on the pitch, and I can see that to play my first game for him. But I think today the most important is that Chelsea have to win the game tomorrow to get the 3 points because I know that we didn't start good the Champions League with a defeat and a draw, so we have absolutely to win this game tomorrow. But I think we prepare everything to win this game, and I hope that we will do it tomorrow. This is the most important.
Okay, go Sami.
Hi, Kalidou Sami from BN Sports. Given your Italian experience, and we know that Milan has a huge history in the Champions League, but the last time they qualified for the last 16 was in the season 2013-2014. Last season they won the league in Italy. How dangerous you see this team? And do you see them coming back as a force in Europe back?
I think so. And they have a good team, a great team. We know that Milan have a good story in the Champions League. They won it a lot. But last year they make a really good championship. They win the Scudetto with a lot of good players, talented players. We know that they are really dangerous, and I think that they get some good points at the beginning of the run. So we have to know and be aware that Milan is dangerous. They have a lot of quality in the front, even in the back, and they have like young players who are used to play in the big games. So we know everything about them, and we prepare good the team. So we have to be aware of everything, and to try to win this game is really important tomorrow. And after, I think that Milan is going forward. They showed it last year with the Scudetto, and I think that since the beginning of the season they are making good. So it's a dangerous team, and we will do everything to beat them tomorrow.
Okay, we'll go to Tom down here, please.
Hi, Kalidou.
Hi.
We saw Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang score his first goal for Chelsea on Saturday. Can you give us a little insight into what it's like every day training against him, and how hard it is to train against him, and what you kind of expect from his career in Chelsea?
Everybody knows Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We know that he's an important player for us. He used to score a lot in Premier League. He did it also in Barcelona last year, and now we are happy to be with him today. And we know that he can give us a lot because he can score a lot of goals, and it's hard to take him in the training because we know he's talented, but I think in training everybody is difficult to take because we have a lot of talent in this team. We know that we can score at every time, even if sometimes it's a bit difficult, but me, I have confidence of my striker. I know that they will always score. For us, the most important is to don't take goal at the back, and we know that in front, with players like Raheem, like Pierre-Emerick, we know that we can score a lot. So he will give us his experience, and I hope that he will make a big season this year to score a lot of goals and to try to win something.
Okay, we'll go to Adam now, please. Cheers.
Hi, Kalidou. When we first spoke to you, you mentioned that you felt that it was going to take you some time to adapt to English football. Has it been harder than maybe you even expected?
No, I was expecting like this. I know that it's hard to move 8 years of my life to come in England, in London. I know that I reach a big club, one of the best clubs in the world. So everything is hard. You know, you have always to work, and I think that my time will come. I'm easy. I know that it's normal. It's a normal process. So I have to work, to keep on working, to be patient, and my time will come. I'm not like. And we see that this team is going good up and up, and I hope that tomorrow we will show again a lot of good things and to win this game.
Go to the gentleman in the blazer here.
Hello, Kalidou, Sky Sports Italia. I'd like to ask you a question more to your heart than to your head. What have you missed from Italy, of Italy, and Naples in particular? And what characteristic that you showed at Napoli do you think you will need tomorrow to win this game against Milan tomorrow? To be quick, to be fast, to be agile? Yes, it's true. I arrived here 2 months ago. I do miss Napoli and Naples, but it was my choice. I wanted to come here to London. I wanted to come and join this club, one of the best in the world. We knew that it would be difficult. Everyone said so. Even some of the best coaches in the world said so, because everyone knows that to go from Italy to England is difficult. But I knew that. So I was ready to take on this challenge. At the moment, we're going through a process that is normal. I'm working very hard. I like it here, and I'm very happy to be here. For tomorrow's game, we know our opponents. I know them very well personally, and we know that they're very dangerous. They are capable of doing anything for them to win the Serie A. I hope that that's what they'll do. But of course, today I play for a great club, and they need me. And I'll do everything I can to contribute to this team. And I feel really good at London, even though, of course, and it's normal, I do miss some factors of the life in Naples.
I know you said before that you aren't worried about how anything has gone so far since you've come to Chelsea. You do hear, though, a lot from players who come from foreign leagues that they find the pace of English football quite difficult to adapt to at first. Has there been any moments where it has been a shock to you, a surprise, or have you just enjoyed the way, the intensity of the game in the Premier League?
Yes, it's true that the pass is a little bit different than the Italian football. But I'm really happy to be here, really happy to be part of the Premier League, because it's one of my dreams, and it was to play here in this football. And today I'm here, so I'm really happy. I know that it was a bit difficult for one player to come here. I knew it. I spoke about it with a lot of people, and they tell me to be aware about this. So now I'm just easy. I know that it will come. I know that when my moment will come, I will be at 100%, and I will give everything for my club. This is the most important. For the rest, I'm easy. I know that the coach have confidence on me. He will give me my time. I know that we have a lot of games, so I have just to be patient, and when he will give me my opportunity to play, I will give everything to Chelsea to win the game and to be part of the processes to win something this year. I hope that it will be soon. But for the moment, I'm just easy, patient. I'm keep on working on the training, and I hope that I will play soon. But for the moment, I'm just easy, and I know that when I will play, I will give my 100%.
Last one, Jeremy.
Hi, Kalidou.
Hi.
Can you just give us some insight as to how it is working with Graham Potter and how much the guys have bought into his methods since Thomas left?
Yes, we know that when we change trainers, it's a bit tough for the group, for all the players. But Mr. Potter come with his idea, and he speak with us. He say what he's waiting about us on the pitch and off the pitch. So this is the most important. He give the rules, and all the players give also some rules. So we are, I think, living in a good way for the moment. We are keep on going, working to give everything he want on the pitch. It's a bit tough, but it's the beauty of the football. Everything we have always to improve, to show everybody that we want to be the best, and to show everybody that we are a big team. I know that we have a lot of talent, a lot of big players, but now we see this weekend that we are making a big team. And we show a lot of character this weekend, and I hope that we will show it tomorrow to win the game, because it's like this that we can go forward, and we can show to all the Chelsea fans that they can have trust on us, and that they can keep